Welcome back to another Thursday on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your Thursday host, Yeka. And this week we have been talking about dealing with some of the more difficult aspects of some of our ancestors, our ancestral pagans. And I don't have the whole topic with me right now. You can find that in the description below. But the viewer goes into quite a bit of detail about their path and then asks us a few questions that are more general, not necessarily about their specific path, but about ours or about people who might be in similar situations. And it's definitely written towards the perspective of somebody who has a pantheon, who is following a specific historical pantheon in today's world and who is a theist. So as a non-theist, I was trying to find parts of this question that I could really speak to, and I thought that there were some really great things touched upon, and that they apply outside of just, they're relevant to us as pagans, but I think to everybody in general. And those were, one, how to have that confidence in yourself that what you're doing, even when it's different from other people, if you're the only one doing it, how to have that confidence in yourself. And the other one, which I think is kind of the big topic of this, is how to accept the cultures and the people who belonged to these cultures when they have practices that today no longer fit with our cultural preferences or with our individual morals. And I think that that's a particularly useful one because it applies to, not only pagans, but and not only to our distant ancestors, but to much more recent times as well. That a lot of the cultural attitudes and practices of only a generation, 2 generations ago might seem very distasteful to us. And I think that we can look at those and see them as what they are, as cultural beliefs that do not mean that those who believed them were necessarily bad. And to see that and recognize that the same is going to be seen of us in another time, that and no matter what it is that however sure we feel about our beliefs and our attitudes, especially the ones that we're not aware of, other people are going to look back and not agree with those. And I don't think there's any, at least I'm not aware of any particular tricks for that or anything like that, other than just being present with that and conscious of it, and trying to remember that when it comes up in our own thoughts and our own conversations. Relative going to the part about being confident in ourselves, that's kind of connected in with that. But most of us, we're fighting a very strong cultural belief, a belief that we've really been indoctrinated into. Most of us went to school, where sort of the meta message is that truth comes from authority, knowledge comes from authority. There is a right answer, there is a wrong answer, and it's not from you, it's from somebody else who's grading you. And I think that really has spread into our lives, and as a belief that we have to fight as a culture, if we don't agree with that, of course. And that's another one that I don't know of any tricks other than just continuing to be present with that and looking at whether you want to believe that your interpretation for yourself is valid, and if that's something that you want to believe, to work on changing your beliefs just little by little. So I think it was a really fascinating topic this week. I again will put the longer post in the description below if you're interested. They did also include a link in that you can go ahead and check out. And until next time, take care.